Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Wednesday, March 15, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Buffalo Sabres vs Washington Capitals. This is going to be a great game between two teams eager to make a push for the playoffs. The Capitals are looking to step up on their home ice, but the Sabres can find favorable matchups across the board in this game. The Sabres, who average 3.65 goals per game, should pile on the goals with Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch, and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with quick passes. The Sabres should limit the Capitals' offense with Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen to make plenty of big saves. The Sabres should win the game and provide great odds in the process as road underdogs. Take the Sabres money line as road underdogs. Buffalo has been excellent on offense this season. They rank 3rd in goals per game and 12th in shots per game. The Sabres scored 3 or more goals in 6 of their last 10 games. Tage Thompson leads Buffalo with 76 points. He has recorded 1 or more points in 8 of the last 10 games. Thompson ranks tied for 5th in points and is 5th in the league in goals. In the last 10 meetings between these two teams, Buffalo averages 3.30 goals per game and Washington averages 3.80 goals per game. The over is 7-2 in the last 10 meetings between these two teams. This will be a higher scoring game and the over will hit. Take the over, 6 goals. Colorado Avalanche vs Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs are one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference and look to win on their home ice. The problem is that the Avalanche have looked great recently and look to control this game from the first period. The Avalanche, who average 3.23 goals per game, should pile on the goals with Nathan MacKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with great puck movement. The Avalanche, who allow only 2.80 goals per game, should limit the Maple Leafs offense with Kalemaker Devon Toews and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shooting lanes, allowing goaltender Alexander Georgiev to make plenty of big saves. The Avalanche should win the game and provide great odds in the process as road underdogs. Take the Avalanche money line as road underdogs. The Maple Leafs are having a great season with their offense leading the way, scoring 3.42 goals per game, with 14 goals in the last 3 games. Mitch Marner, William Nylander, and Austin Matthews have scored 90 goals and 141 assists to lead the top 2 lines, but the entire offense has been great this year. John Tavares, Michael Bunting, and Kaje Jarnkrok have combined for 65 goals and 73 assists, while defensemen Morgan Reilly and Mark Giordano have added 6 goals and 48 assists from the point to open up the offense. The Avalanche are having a great season with their offense stepping up and scoring 3.23 goals per game, including 19 goals in the last 4 games. Nathan MacKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, and JT Compher have scored 86 goals and 116 assists to lead the top 2 lines, but the rest of the offense has also stepped up. Valeri Nichushkin, Evan Rodrigues, and Alex Newhook have combined for 39 goals and 54 assists, while defensemen Kalemaker and Devon Toews have added 19 goals and 72 assists from the point to help open up the offense. Our total pick is under 6.5 goals. Minnesota Wild vs St. Louis Blues. The Wild are one of the best teams in the Western Conference and look to step up and control this game from the first period. The Wild should find the back of the net at will against the Blues defense, which allows 3.65 goals per game, with Kirill Kaprizov, Matt Zuccarello, and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with great puck movement. The Wild, who allow only 2.60 goals per game, should limit the Blues' offense with Jared Spurgeon, Jacob Middleton, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Filip Gustafsson to make plenty of big saves. The Wild should win the game with a strong performance on the road. Take the Wild money line as road favorites. The Wild have heavily trended under this season, with the under going 37-26-4 on the year. I expect that trend to continue tonight. Minnesota has been elite defensively this season, allowing just the third fewest goals in the NHL, giving up the 9th fewest expected goals and the 12th fewest high-danger shots in the league. They should be able to shut down the Blues' offense. Additionally, the Wild have struggled to score themselves, scoring only the 7th fewest goals in the NHL. Take the under and expect this one to be a low-scoring affair. Islanders vs Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim has been one of the worst teams in the league. They are second last in the Pacific Division and will not make the postseason. The Ducks have been awful on offense and defense and have received poor goaltending. Anaheim ranks 31st in goals per game, 27th in shots per game, last in goals against per game, and last in shots against per game. Goaltending has been very good for the Islanders this season. New York ranks 7th in goals against per game. Ilya Sorokin has a record of 23-19-6 with a 2.38 GAA and .925 SV%. Sorokin ranks 5th in GAA, 3rd in SV%, and tied for 1st in shutouts among all goalies in the league. Despite being on the back end of a road back-to-back, New York will win this matchup by 2 or more goals. Bet the goal spread, -1.5, and take New York. The offense has not been good at all for the Ducks this season. The offense has been struggling for the Islanders recently. They scored 2 or fewer goals in 5 of the last 9 games. New York ranks 24th in goals per game and 19th in shots per game. Bo Horvat is tied for the team lead with 63 points, and he leads the team with 36 goals. Brock Nelson also has 63 points. Matthew Barzal has 51 points, and Anders Lee has 46 points. Barzal is dealing with a lower body injury and has no timetable to return. The Islanders currently hold the final wild card spot, but not by much. They will need their offense to step it up in order to make the postseason. New York has a 3-point lead on the Florida Panthers and a 5-point lead on the Washington Capitals and Buffalo Sabres for the final wild card spot. The offense has not been good at all for the Ducks this season. Anaheim ranks 31st in goals per game and 27th in shots per game. They scored 3 or fewer goals in 7 of the last 10 games. Trevor Zegras leads the team with 56 points on the year and 21 goals. Troy Terry has 49 points. Anaheim ranks 31st in goals per game and 27th in shots per game. They scored 3 or fewer goals in 7 of the last 10 games. Goaltending has been very good for the Islanders this season. New York ranks 7th in goals against per game. Ilya Sorokin has a record of 23-19-6 with a 2.38 GAA and .925 SV%. Sorokin ranks 5th in GAA, 3rd in SV%, and tied for 1st in shutouts among all goalies in the league. Anaheim will struggle to score on the Islanders, and the under will hit in this contest. Take the under, 6 goals.